welcome you into our next item. Let me introduce you to Brett Hamilton, who's going to join us now to talk about a very famous brand and a famous name when it comes to sound, Bose. So we're going to go shopping for the Bose TV speaker. It's the Bluetooth soundbar. You might know it and love it from here at QVC, but if you don't have a soundbar and instead you have a TV where you're constantly cranking up that remote and still not hearing dialogue, but only hearing the big booms and the loud music, you're going to want a soundbar, especially as we move into touchdown season. And there's always something I appreciate about the movies of fall that lead to the big awards later on. So this one, finally back at the lowest price we've offered, under $200 instead of $280. Notice free shipping and handling, as well as a payment plan of around $40. I promise you, easy setup, but a huge game changer in actually hearing dialogue and not having to rewind and still not hearing it.
Yeah, I mean, the irony of what we're about to do here is that you're going to listen to not only the TV speaker, but the Bose speaker through this tiny microphone, ultimately through your TV speakers, which are the problem we're trying to fix. So you're at a bit of a disadvantage. But all of that said, even if you don't watch a ton of TV, and I don't, I watch mostly sports, some streaming stuff here and there, no matter what time of the year. If you watch TV, especially late at night, Amy, and you're trying to keep the volume at a lower level, your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend sleeping next to you or whatever, I think a lot of us, no matter how good our hearing is, realize, I can't hear anything. So the natural tendency is to turn it up. And when you turn it up, if it sounds like this at this volume, when you turn it up, it still sounds muddy.
It's a worse louder.
It does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you hear the speakers on the TV. And then I don't really even need to tell you when we switch over. But this is kind of a trippy little video here. Don't worry about the content of what you see on the screen. It's more about the changeover.
And a switch happened.
And a little switch.
I feel it in my chest. Like I feel the sound. We've gone to the movie theater in our very own home.
And that's really it. So Bose speaker all of a sudden, and then we go back to the built-in.
I liked the movie theater.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is going to complain that they have this tiny little footprint sitting in front of their television, because when we switch back over again, it's night and day. And for anybody at home going, it's just louder.
It's not.
It's not about volume. I have this set, I calibrate these as close as I can to match each other, and I can turn this up as loud as I want. But it's not really going to make a difference until this jumps in. So let's go back to the TV speaker and let you hear. Now you hear this. TV speaker, Bose. TV speaker, wait for it. And then back to the TV speaker.
You know, the power of sound is so interesting. Maybe I'm just a sucker for piano keys, but like, this is a silly little, I don't even know what these beads and bubbles are, but like, the music is like intense and getting me. And so if you want to watch a movie and feel the movie, if you are into a series, because man, you might not watch TV, but as a mom of a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, when I can finally get them to sleep, even if they're just in their beds reading until such and such time, and I get the TV, I'm gonna binge watch. And I want to hear the dialogue. I want to hear the sounds. And the soundbar allows you to have a totally different experience. Now, normally $280. Today, closer to $200 with free shipping and that payment plan of $39.80. Could you guide us through setting up? Because, you know, as we welcome in customers who are at that age of possibility, meaning 50+ customers, one of the things that I sometimes rely a little too much on is my husband helping me with the hookup of electronics. And I really want to take my independence back so I can get it done faster and not have to wait for him. Or eventually, if, you know, I'm ever in the position where, hey, babe, you're not even here for a week, I'm going to get this hooked up and ready for us.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, and you guys know, you've seen me on the air enough with different electronic items. Sometimes it gets boring because I break it down and show you how basic a setup or an install could be, but I think in the end, nobody's going to purchase this device if they can't figure out how to use it. So the good news is here, it's 2 cables. One is the power cord, and it comes with that. The second cable is what's called an optical cable. The optical cable plugs one end in here, the other end in there. Now, you can just turn off the TV volume because you're going to get a remote that will control the volume of the soundbar now, but it's also going to do a couple of other things, and I want to walk you through this because this is important. You have Bluetooth capability. That little Bluetooth symbol right there means this is also a Bose sound system for music. There's a bass boost. Some of us, as we get a little bit older, lose the ability to get that bottom end, that full end, but the magic bullet is right there. What looks like a little thought bubble is the dialogue enhancement button. Let's go back to where it all began and 6 minutes ago when we were talking about, can you understand what the actors are saying? Can I understand the difference between the actors and, I don't know, dialogue, helicopters, whatever it might be? That button will do that for you. TV speaker, Bose speaker.
Wow.
Those choppers are going across the room. You guys won't experience that till you get this home. Back to the TV speaker. All that bottom end, Amy, just disappeared. The bass, the fullness.
Yes.
You'll feel this heartbeat. And that's what it's all about.
Can I tell you what I don't recommend? Because we have a Bose soundbar in our bedroom. That's where we needed it.
Yeah.
Our TV was so bad in there. I don't recommend watching a scary movie with a Bose soundbar home alone.
In the dark.
In the dark.
Late at night.
Because you just hear everything so much better through the Bose. But what I do recommend is getting the Bose soundbar. Want to call out, there's no color choice here. Yep. Everybody's getting black. Most TVs are either trimmed in black or have some sort of black and gunmetal to them, so it matches beautifully. We have ours right on top of a dresser, and then the TV is mounted to the wall, and you don't even notice it after a day or two.
Yeah.
You notice the sound difference, but you never really see it. But if it does help, I do think I have measurements here. It's going to be 2.2 in height, and then left to right, we are looking at 23 inches here, and then you've got on the side here, 4 inches, but easy to hook up and makes a huge difference in our lives.
Yeah, and the reason I'm using a smaller TV is because I don't want you to think that you have to have this jacked up, gigantic television hanging on your wall to take advantage of a soundbar. A soundbar should sit below the television. It's not meant to go on its side. It's not meant to go behind it. You don't want to put it on the floor. You can mount one of these if you want to, but the best bet is to just put it at the base here, and it fits nicely right in, in front of the bezel, the frame of a television. But it doesn't matter who the brand is. It doesn't matter the size. It just has to be a television from the last, 25 years. It won't work on a box TV. Let's put it that way. The old big tube.
Box TV? No, I'm kidding.
Big tube, yeah.
I haven't seen one of those in a long time. But I
That's why
remember
your
it was a
picture's
pride
not in the 50 and over.
We don't have a lot to go around. It's the lowest price we've offered. I have about 1,900 to go around. If you are a lover of sports, it's funny that we keep talking about football because my guy, Steve, is into baseball right now, and there's a lot going on with baseball.
That's me.
Well, see, there you go. So whatever you're watching, and me, I just want to cry over a sappy movie or laugh over a funny movie, or when Emily in Paris came out, I just want to watch it over and over and over again. Don't laugh.
No,
so
I was wondering if my wife was just talking to me because it's the same deal. Meg is the same one.
I know, from football to Emily in Paris. Two different people here, right?
Well, but it doesn't really matter what you're watching. And honestly, I don't care whether you just have it on a couple times a week or you have it on constantly for companionship or company or whatever it might be. With baseball, I don't sit in front of the TV and watch 9 innings. I like having it on because I like the sound of the announcers, I like the feel of the game and all that good stuff. Reminds me of being little. But
you really hit the ball, the ball hit the bat with the Bose.
That's kind of where I was going with this. If you listen through TV speakers, you really just hear noise in the background. You don't hear the distinction.
You actually hear the home run happen.
Well, and you hear the crowd sometimes more than you should hear from the players and stuff like that. But again, TV speakers, we'll turn this up even more. And the video will reboot here. So let's take it from the top and listen to the TV speakers. It's okay. And if that's all you had to compare it to. But it's clear that I switched over to the TV speaker. A little pitter patter, I don't know what that is, but TV speaker again. There's the choppers. There are the choppers.
Man.
Main engine start. 3, 2, 1.
I feel like my husband right now, I always tease him because I swear and maybe many people are like this, he can walk into a room and get hooked to any TV show and any movie in a second. I'm like, babe, we don't even watch this. Why are you standing there watching that? But I just got hooked to that guy on a sofa, all because of the sound.
Yeah, it's intense. It really is, and very easy to set up. Like I said, 2 plugs, one on the wall, one on the TV. You're off and running. No apps, no Wi-Fi, none of it.
Fewer than 1,800 to go around. So whether everyone's coming to your house and you're trying to get game day ready, or you want the quiet mom or dad moment that I so enjoy, and I can have my moment with my TV thanks to Bose, Bose, stay on the phone lines. E23-4387. Bert Hamilton, thank you. Don't forget your 7 pair
Yeah,
of
my
readers
7 pairs of readers
that you have hidden behind here. We love it.
See ya.
All right, I'm just going to step over here real quick.